whole different ballgame. That's right. Yep, and the location, I think, is one of the more precarious aspects of this particular fire. I mean, the pictures that we saw when we first got here were nothing less than frightening. Let's be honest. I mean, that was a frightening image of these tall flames blowing directly towards Hollywood. And while it's still not over. And the resources, thankfully, are now in place, and we're in place pretty quick. This neighborhood appears, for the time being, to be somewhat spared. But, you don't want to speak too soon. Yeah. Exactly right. And this fire was blowing up. I mean, it was really spreading rapidly, as you mentioned, exponentially, literally, going from a little candle to a full-blown brush fire that was ripping through this canyon with the winds that were really guiding it and blowing it straight towards Hollywood Boulevard. And so, to see it take on this kind of a profile is much more encouraging, but definitely not the time to let your guard down. It is a time to evacuate. A friend of mine lives right down there. He's on his way to my place to evacuate and play it safe, and that's what everybody should be doing down there. What was that light? Did you see a light over there? Oh, okay. What's that, Franklin Reservoir? Got it. I'm sorry, can you describe that again real quick? Widen out a little bit so you can see Hollywood in the background. Take the map down. Push in right there so you have the fire, and then you have Hollywood and Highland. Yeah. Yeah, that's always the case. Sky Map always degrades the picture quality, so that's why we're usually kind of judicious when we use it and how we use it. But yeah, that's actually normal, just FYI. I think I know the shot. I like the shot. Push in right here, Lucas, so you see Hollywood and Highland in the background and the flame in the foreground, like kind of like right there. Or were you talking about the downtown skyline? Yeah, a little tight, little tight, just a touch. 10-4, 10-4. So, right, so if you use that as your baseline, do some nice pushes and pulls between the fire, the buildings, and then come out and show the whole thing. We could do we could have the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yeah, we'll do that now. 2451. You got that? 10-4. What? You see fire? Oh, this side of the ridge, got it. It just popped up over there. How did it jump like that? That is wild. How did that happen? Well, this is exactly what we're talking about, you know. I mean, all it takes is an ember floating through. It is, right? That's weird. I'm thinking the same thing. You think it's like a new fire, a separate fire, like a car? Mount Lee. Let's check it out. Let's go. Yeah, let's check it out. The Hollywood sign. Air 7 News Desk, yep. Yeah, I was just going to tell you, apparently there's a report of a fire on Mount Lee behind the Hollywood sign. We'll check that out. Yeah. Negative. Yeah, she said Griffith Park. Off the nose. Right there, helicopter to the right in the park. See the night sun? I don't see any fire, but I see the helicopter. What do you got? They're looking for it too, but we don't see anything. I don't see anything. We're going back. Yep. Wow. Hey, Christina, you up? Hey, the Palisades fire is really flaring up all of a sudden. You want to go take a look at it over there? I think it's moving towards Brentwood. I can see Silmar. I don't see anything though. No, it's Palisades. Palisades, Brentwood. It's actually pointing due west. Due west. Let's go check it out. Wait a minute. No, let's focus on this. Let's stay here. Let's stay here. Hey, Christina, we got a new fire next to the Sunset Fire. I don't know how it started because the wind's going the other way, but this is a new fire next to a house. What street is that? Copy. We're ready. Yep. Thank you. Well, control room, you up? Yeah, that fire's out. I think we should go back over to the Palisades. It looks like it's flaring up. Actually, before we do, Lucas, can you just take a peek right here? Little flare up at the end of Vista, I think. I'm just looking for something to talk about. Stand by. Push in there. See if we can. Thank you. To the right? Well, you got that too. You got that, and then you got that one on the top right. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, come back to the neighborhood. The left, the one on the left, at the end of Bonita, Sierra Bonita. What? Push in on that? Is that the gas line again? It's the weirdest thing. Or is that something else? Just brush? Yeah. Keep an eye on it. Tilt down, show me the houses. Copy. Ten four. Yeah, that's right. The official acreage now, as we were kind of estimating earlier, is now officially at 50 acres. That is the Sunset Fire at the end of Sierra Bonita and Vista Street here in Hollywood, just north of Franklin Avenue, where you can see a lot of healthy, thick fuel continuing to smolder and still creating occasional spot fires that are concerning. In fact, just a few minutes ago, a brand new spot fire started almost a couple hundred yards away from where all of this firefight is taking place over on Nichols Canyon Road. A new fire started. They quickly tackled that with a couple of water drops, and that fire has been mitigated, but it was right next to a home along Nichols Canyon Road. In the meantime, you can still see some flare-ups occasionally here in the Runyon Canyon Road area, just off of Hillside, but so far, the fire department is keeping this fire at bay and continuing to babysit this neighborhood just north of Hollywood Boulevard. Guys? Yeah, they are battering it. There is a handful of helicopters continuing to pick up water and continue these water drops. And as long as you see tall trees like that shooting embers into the air, they're going to continue to do that all night long. It's true, although I should say that in the last hour, downtown Hollywood has really turned into a ghost town. Hollywood and Highland is pretty much deserted. You can see Hollywood Boulevard at the bottom of your screen there. Very little traffic to speak of. The heaviest traffic that I see happens to be along the 101 freeway, whether that's just normal traffic or maybe some people heading away from Hollywood. It's hard to say, but there are fire trucks crisscrossing the city of Los Angeles. In almost every direction that you look, you can see lines of fire trucks coming in from across the county and, in fact, across the state. There are still fire crews making their way into our area from Northern California, Central California, from along the coast, the Sierras, I mean, you name it, San Diego. They are all sending help in this direction. And so as you look across the horizon here in the city, you see nonstop flashing lights making their way in caravans over here towards our city, which is in desperate need of a lot of help. Yeah, they are doing structure protection along these streets. They're kind of sitting and standing by, waiting just in case any of these homes or potentially some of the landscaping in the front yards or palm trees happen to catch on fire. It's as positive of a situation as it appears from this angle. There are still new spot fires and trees catching on fire, but so far they have all been a decent distance from these properties, and we just hope that it stays that way, obviously. There is a big flare-up, I should say, as we sit over Hollywood and look across over to the Palisades fire. I have to tell you, fire crews really have their hands full out there and are launching a massive attack on a major flare-up. It's lighting up the night sky and bordering on Brentwood. As we pan across the city here, you're looking just over the 405 freeway, past Mandeville Road and out towards the Getty. And past the Getty, you can see a large flare up there at the on top of those ridge lines in the Palisades area. We're going to go take a look at that and bring those pictures to you in a little while, but a lot of activity seems to be increasing over there in the Palisades. Hey, Christina, I'm back with you. What's the deal with Eaton? We could check it out, but it's unlikely. But we could take a trip and try. It's just the whole San Gabriel Valley, actually, to be honest with you, in the foothills is like smoked out. After this flight, you know, whenever you relieve us, we'll take a good 45 minutes at least. Copy that. Sounds good.